Hello everyone, this is my new build. Basically we're running Bonestorm, Bone Cage and Thrashing Vines with a bit of Thunderstorm, and the new Wolf is there. Um, you can see I'm also running Mana Remnants, Scavenge Plating, Time of Need, Mana Remnants because our build is very reliant on our mana, um, and also Time of Need because we don't like those curses hitting us and slowing our movement speed and reducing our resistances. It's also going to heal us, which we also need because we're running these wolves to keep our energy shield up. So we cover all three of our defensive stats here because mana is also our defensive stat due to this. 100% of the elemental damage is going to be taken by the mana, basically distributed there, which is pretty nice. For example, when you get frozen, you can just spam both your flask and you're going to be able to pretty much tank all that damage coming to hit you because both of those are regenerating at the same time of the flasks. Um, so that being said, we have our resistances almost capped, uh, and we have a lot of armor. With Scavenge Plating, it's going to give us 40% more, which is going to get us up to like 75-76% threshold, which is pretty good because we also reduce the cast damage from that. That being said, with the defensives, we need the Wolfies because they have the usage of Amanamu's Tithe. Whenever they die, they give us Abyssal modifiers for 30 seconds or 20, whatever. It's pretty nice in my opinion. Um, they also extract the Impale, which Bone Storm applies, which is our highest DPS spell. Whenever we hit boss with it, it's going to impale him a lot, and that damage is going to get procced by those low damage wolfies and basically do a lot more damage after that. Um, Additionally, we have Ramira's Requito, which is going to give us a bit more healing here and there, and our minions are also going to explode. Even though that doesn't do that much damage, it still does fire damage, which accumulates even more ignites for our DPS to proc. And whenever we ignite things, we are going to kill them and critical strike them for mana remnants. We do a lot of fire damage, cold and chaos damage alongside with our physical due to our rings being a bit limited. We are a caster, so we don't have that much choice what we get on our rings. Basically cast speed and extra percentages damage. There is no physical percentage damage. That is why we need to have a bit of gain here and there as extra. I'm not sure if that even applies to that, but at least it applies to our Thunderstorm and our support gems for sure. We have some levels here and there, and we're running the Headhunter. The rest is just basically getting to our spirit cap. We need like 230 spirit to run all these, and also have this basically meta skill increased efficiency. Where is it? Yeah, here. They have reservation efficiency increased, and we also really need these mana cost nodes here to run this build smoothly. That being said, everything else is basically damage. We run 0 defensives. We don't need defensives when nothing can hit us. We just run a little bit of ailment threshold on our gems here that we have taken. You can see our ailment is not that huge, but we do have a lot of stun threshold, which is what we usually worry about with this type of build, because we want to be basically almost frontlining the mobs. Let's test it now and see how it works. We're going to test it using both the mobs phase of this and the bossing phase of it, which is I think quite balanced for testing a build. Okay. We're ramping up our Headhunter. Mobs are just going to die instantly from now on, from whatever I do. Okay, this is a tanky one. Check. It's a one button build, basically we're just spamming our bone cages. If we need some mana, we can also use Storm, and if the mobs are a bit tankier, we can add some Thrashing Vines on them, which are going to break their armor much faster. Shock from the Storm is going to immediately give us extra damage, that's why we also use it on boss. On boss, we don't use Bone Cage, we are going to only use Bone Stone. You can see I'm not using any flask. I'm always on full mana and full HP. Let's see our combat defensives. Right now I have not broken any armor because I just basically one-shot the mobs before I even break their armor. So I suppose we can even get rid of this. We don't really need it. Maybe we can put a vulnerability instead of it. Yes, I think I'm going to use that opportunity to put vulnerability. It seems like I'm totally fine without the warrior thing. Okay, and now for the boss. He's quite tricky, sometimes might hit me once or twice, but we should be fine.
That dreamed, we in nightmare, we that are one.
Okay, for slap.
Our winter's envy.
We have to run away from this because it's quite nasty. Okay, and very soon he is just going to die because he's gonna get stunned, and we do quite a lot more damage to stun target. Boom. He has no armor, you can see he has almost nothing, everything is reduced. You can see how many things he had on him. He's dazed, impaled, he's pinned, he's everything. Critical, extra chance, and stuff like that. Thank you everyone, and see you next time.